Hi folks, I'm PK Putman. I've been playing some local places under a different name. When I play some local tea parlors or tea shops, I'm going to be going under the name PK Putman. So, prohibition, a very real thing in life right now. This was back in the 20s. And it's a time when fortunes were made, fortunes were lost, tales were told, legends were created. And certainly there were children that heard their parents reading about these larger-than-life people in the newspapers, and they had to have been thinking, yeah, I could do that. I could be that person. So this song, I've got a series of songs that I've written about Prohibition, inspired by Prohibition, and written predominantly for Speakeasy in town. I had a lot of fun doing a lot of research on them. And this song is called Rum Runner. It's got 4 verses. The first verse is about rum runners, which we got a lot of our rum from Canada. Those friendly Canadians love to help us out. And they'd take and float them in barrels and in jugs in the Straits of Mackinac and down by Detroit, and we'd run out with the boats and we'd grab all the rum, and then we'd go and sell it. And that's where the terms rum runner and jug bobber actually come from. So that's the first verse. The second verse is about a gentleman named Claude Fairman. Claude Fairman was a Chicago bootlegger who found out that local police tended to ignore local people who were bending the rules. But if you were from out of city, out of state, they didn't care for you too much. So Claude Fairman came up here, bought a house in Traverse City on Spruce Street, set up house with a pretty little 19-year-old girl he met in Boyne City. And they had a New Year's Eve party with plenty of alcohol. A couple of people blabbed to the police, so the police went, arrested poor Claude, and hauled him in front of a local judge. Well, Claude, not being a local, got the book thrown at him. 2 years maximum sentence for bootlegging, and he got severely chastised for his adulterous living conditions. Meanwhile, you go to our local, Louis Slutter, who's owned Slutters, that's still there today, and the local police wouldn't do anything about him, so the state police finally raided Slutters and found, 600 bottles of beer, 50 pounds of mash, 2 stills, and like 6 gallons of moonshine, which is way more than what Claude had in his house. So they haul him in front of the local judge, and the local judge says, Louis, you know what, you're a nice guy, and you know what, you've got a clean record, so $600 fine, we'll send you on your way. So that was the difference between being caught local and being caught not being a local. The third verse is about a gentleman named Tom Carey, who's a banjo player in vaudeville, one of the best. And he bought a hotel down in Saugatuck, called it the Twin Gables. And he invited all of his best friends from vaudeville to come up and perform, and they performed primarily for Al Capone's gang, who'd drive up from Chicago. Well, the local legend has it that one of Capone's gangs was rather sweet on this gal who worked in the kitchen, and somebody made a pass at her, and so he made a pass at their head with a bullet in the Sandpiper Bar, which was part of the Twin Gables. And apparently the bullet hole is still there. It's a local legend. Then the fourth verse is just about being a local sheriff and getting your pay under the table and getting your tea for free. So this one's called Rum Runner. I wanna be a little rum runner, cruise up and down the shore, spend all night underneath the stars. I could want anything more, I do just fine, peddling my shine up and down the shore. I wanna be like Claude Freeman, set out on my own, set up my life with a pretty young thing I met way up in Bourne. time. She were mine for a month or so. I wanna be like Tom Carey, the banjo on my knee. Invite my friends to Twin Gables for all Al's gang to see. If you play it straight, don't make it past the cape. The bullet hole is there to see. I wanna be a local sheriff, get all my drinks for free. Sip my whiskey from a cup, pretend it's the finest tea. I'd look the other way for just a little pay, just as kind as I could be. I wanna be a little rum runner, cruise up and down the shore. Spend all night underneath the stars. I couldn't want anything more. I'd do just fine, pedal in the shine, up and down the shore. I'd do just fine, pedal in my shine, up and down the shore. Look for more of these songs every Wednesday. I'll be releasing them, telling you a little bit about them, about the background, the research that went on behind them, and trying to keep it local. See you guys.